Hi, everyone. This is Professor Papier Bernstein, and I am going to be reviewing the links for topic number 2, Standards and Legislation, Diversity and Disability. There are 3 links that are listed under the course topics page, and those links are 19, 20, and 43. Link number 19, which I'm not going to read to you, but you really should take the time, is written by this young man, Preston Lewis, and it was written for one of the organizations years ago having to do with people with disabilities. And it's called A Case for Teaching Functional Skills. And in essence, it's a little poem or rap, if you may, and he's talking about his brother Daryl, who's been in school his entire life. He's now a young adult, and he really cannot do much of anything functionally in terms of life skills because of the way his education was targeted. So while he has learned for example, to roll clay, there was no carryover done or transfer onto real life materials and activities. So perhaps somebody should have been working on rolling dough to bake bread instead of rolling out Play-Doh rather. So you can read that. Again, that's link number 19. It's actually quite moving. I would speed through the last third of it. Link number 20 is one of my favorite things from your textbook that unfortunately was omitted, and I have yet to find out the reason, from the later edition, which is the one that I had asked you to get because it has a lot of the newer, although not the newest, but newer laws in there, NCLB and EHA. The first edition really did not have those laws, and it had to come out as an addendum. But this is called Educational Relevance of the Communication Disorder, and I scanned it, and it was developed by the Department of Education in Florida, and the credit is on the bottom of it. But again, this was a page from your textbook. It was actually page 95. You'll see it on there in the original version of the textbook. And the reason I like it so much is because it talks about the fact that there are really 3 aspects to educational relevance. Everyone now talks about curriculum standards and the subject content areas, and that certainly has to be our focus, and we'll be talking about that throughout the semester. But the educational relevance really includes 3 areas. The first is the academic area, which is the ability to benefit from curriculum and standards. However, there's a second area that's called social, or we sometimes say social emotional, and that's the ability to interact with peers and adults. And the third is vocational, the ability to participate in all kinds of vocational activities. And that starts in the middle grades and it really continues throughout life. Okay? The last external link for topic 2 is, and I'm just going to pull something up here. Sorry about that. Whoops. What happened? I lost you. Here we go. Alrighty. Here we go. So this is, it's called ESSA, and we'll be talking more about ESSA, but this was developed by ASHA. Don't you love all these acronyms? But ESSA is the latest educational act, and it means Every Student Succeeds Act, and this was actually signed into law. It was one of the last educational laws signed in by President Obama. And it was, it basically replaces NCLB, which is No Child Left Behind. So it's the more updated version of NCLB, which I'm sure many of you are talking about on your second discussion board. And it really allows for greater flexibility for states to create accountability systems and academic goals and reporting of scores and things like that. So this year, 2017, 2018, is really the first full year that ESSA is going to take full effect. Last year was a transitional year from NCLB to ESSA. So there are many new opportunities for speech language pathologists to be involved with accessing professional learning activities and playing a greater role in literacy and learning how to support struggling learners. That's really what this pertains to. So I believe that I created one of the assignments focusing on this, but please look through it, and we'll be talking more about it in the near future. Signing off.